NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Atlanta Falcons. And off we go from Las Vegas. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Here's Hines. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
And it's 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches.
It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
On 3rd down, Kidd. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same.
They've got his man. Complete. Touchdown. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Extra point put through by Suckham, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Looking to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On first down, it's Hines. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, 2nd and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Second and 14. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point up and good by Succa. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run the counter. Hines. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there, and right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll check this down to Hines. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run with Hines, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. throw here. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, right back to Hines. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's got this down to the 35. 53 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest. And they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Four yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. This is Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down.
And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 27. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll run on first down. Kidd stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Kidd. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Boyd. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Vegas. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 8 coming up. Draw play. This is Hines. Powerful running. 61 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a 1st down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology psychology on that one, huh?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. Nyheim Hines, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Boyd. Flush to his right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Kidd. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Taking down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and...
They'll keep it on the ground. Kidd. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Kidd powers past him at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football, just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there, ends up getting spilled for a loss.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They'll run it with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hines. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, it's Hines. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hines. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. Now it's Hines.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Hines. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Falcons 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.